Okay, let's go through altcoin, the 15 coins list we have on a weekly. ALT made new low, right? So one thing is common, that each and every coin has gone down. The percentage wise, they're different based on um, the current development. Some of the coins are listed by SEC, so they are definitely more vulnerable in terms of um, price action. But in general, all the coins have gone down. So there is no positive move at this moment. What we have to assess is, okay, they are going down or they have gone down. We have to see how bad they look like, or what whose trend is broken from a weekly point of view, weekly time, whose trend is broken. Okay, so that's my focus area now. I don't think this is the time where one has to say, okay, it has gone down by this one. So I don't see a major opportunity point of view at this moment, to be honest, on altcoin. I think it is good to be patiently observe how the market behaves, especially when it opens up next week. We'll see how it behaves over weekend, but um, some of the when I go to Twitter and see buy the dip scenario, I don't think this is buy the dip scenario, to be honest, for coins, altcoins. This is the scenario where one has to pay attention, apply risk management, and then observe when the condition improves. I don't think, even if it start bouncing, probably one has to understand that no, not to FOMO, okay, and see how one can re-enter, which is very, very personal choice, I would say. But from assessment point of view, let me focus on that. Now, this low, I would add one more support. What I'm going to do for a change, I will try to use M swing. I'll try to use M swing later on to see how M swing looks like, because I want to see that as, but let me complete from my manual tape. Okay, so APT, I would say it looks like more than 50% correction. Week hasn't ended. So if this is a capitulation, and then this low is held up, then I think that would be a good news. From risk point of view, I think it has to close above this to 7.7 again. It has to redo it, and it has to come back. And only then I would say, okay, now then it wants to go up. At this level, there are lots of uncertainty. However, if BTC improves from here, then they will follow. And in that case, the today's low can be the reference point for APT. So, not financial advice, but there is a scenario of taking a baby step from here. But no way we can say that um, this risk is gone from APT point of view. But I can take chance, a time, a baby step, as I say. Okay, but yeah, and then what? And this is my support. So APT, from a trend point of view, I don't think trend is broken. This is my low. And this is my borderline. If the weekly closes below this, then trend is broken. So maybe I should depict this with a red line just to distinguish from other white lines. This is my red line. So technically, I would not be. In that case, we have to remove this coin because that's what we do. If a coin breaks the trend, it has to go out. It's just indicative that we keep only the coins which are good, which are holding up the trend, right? Not because we like it. So APT is okay for now. Atom broke S2, but it's more like a warning zone. What is it's a red level? To be honest, I have to calculate precise red level, which could be around 3.7, 3.8. What I'll do is, if any coin that starts moving down and close to, then I would give precise level. At this moment, thinking about those red level is unnecessary in my point of view, because BTC is still okay. But if BTC also start dragging and these start making new low, then if they're very close to the critical level or critical support, then I'll post on Discord, right? And then I'll post and I'll let you know. I think that makes sense. So Atom is here, of course. It has to break above S2, close above S2, then it's back. So right now it's not a big deal to me. It had okay. AVAX has touched S3, touched, bounced, right? So this is, we can say this is the retest of this January low, which we thought is possible. It happened here, but now its red level is not. Let me calculate and give you later on again. So for this one also, if it breaks below, then I'll calculate and let him. For now, this week's low can be the reference point. I'm not going to change this S3 because it's a marginal difference. So practically speaking, this low is the reference point. So if this is surviving at this moment, BNB broke S1, so broken this one, but this is not deep enough. So this is interesting, very interesting, in fact, that the attack is on Bitcoin, attack is on Binance, and BNB is really holding up. Now, maybe one can argue that maybe the Binance team is holding up and that's why they're not selling and prices. I don't know. It's just a theory. But anyways, it's good to see that the entity which is under attack is able to hold much better than some of the coins which are in double digit. Wow. So this is very, very interesting. Nevertheless, so this level is not a level. It hasn't even broken this level. So this is okay for now. Doge. So it has broken this. So this below S1. So I need to give now this low is again, you see now this is broken. So yeah, we can draw one line from here. Not the red, of course, the white. It's all, we can say, retest scenarios at this moment in some of the cases. Like if you hide all these drawings, what we can say that this is a big drawdown and then a retest. Now, some of the coins are able to hold up to higher level. Some are pretty much near the low. That's the difference from this list. Of course, there could be some other altcoin which made new low. Right? We talk about Yeah, but it has broken the December and January low, that's for sure at this moment. But week is not over. Who knows if there is a crazy move about, then it could recover. But anyway, this is the main zone. To me, yeah, Doge, this whole zone is very important. So it's touch and go. Wow, where is my box? So this is a red zone. So it's okay for now, but not very pleasant, to be honest. It wasn't good even before. As I said, this coin has not offered anything. Uh, Probably it is occupying the space only because it's one of the top coins, and because um, it's a viable solution if Elon uses for XCOP. But yeah, um, if any other good coin, we can replace this as well. So I don't have any sentiments, of course. So it's not a preferred coin. But yeah, I think probably I gave more than enough time for this coin to grow compared to other coins. That's for sure. And that was because of potential usage of from Elon, I believe. Anyways, for now we'll keep it. EGLV broken S1 or breaking down S1, we can say, but well within the channel. In worst case, it may go down here, but then that will be the ultimate test in my point of view. No way it's looking good from no angle. So again, if this is broken, I'll share the critical level for this one. So if the coin breaks below critical level, especially closes, then that coin will be removed from the list, because then it doesn't make sense as trend technically is broken. Ethereum. So Ethereum is very strong, as you could see, like Bitcoin. Similarly, very strong. So nothing more to add. I would say it's holding up pretty well. FET, okay, new low. This was the December low, so it has more room before we say it's in red zone. So I think this is not a threat at this moment. I think it helped. It helped because this was a crazy AI specific move. Uh, that's why it helped. But I like the way, I mean, technically it's following the levels. It stopped here and then bounced, but rejected. So in a way, it behaved in line or in line with technical levels. FIL, wow. So dotted line above this support. It couldn't break above the prior support, which was resistance. It couldn't, right? So now the situation changed. However, it's still above this one. So I would say this is easy. I would give this red line. And this final coin, yeah, is under attack, right? And also it was pretty weak. So below this, it doesn't make sense because then it could go deeper. But this is still a retest scenario. Okay. And a good bounce actually from the worst. I see 40% recovery, which is positive. So it's not doomed yet, technically. FTM touched the support, which is encouraging. Perfect touch. So we would like it to go back to this box whenever it does. So this we can say it survived here. Matic is also under attack, and it landed exactly on the yellow line which we had. So we can say that now the it's more extended pattern. Nothing wrong, because this whole entire pattern is expanded pattern. That's why this loudspeaker kind of a shape is given. So there is a more wiggle room, and we had this support, but the yellow line was added long time ago. You know that because the way it was progressing, it makes sense. So remember when the Bitcoin corrected in month of February, it had a similar pattern. So though it's down by 22% today, and this is pretty low, this is the low that matters. I would say that's from June, July, which doesn't matter what month, but for it, this is very important level and it is far away. So this is still in the game. And more importantly, it hasn't broken the pattern, which is bounded by this two yellow line. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So still this is a problem. But yes, if this is broken, then that's not good. So maybe I'll add a white line. This is not a red line. This is a white line. It's a support line. So the Matic is still very well in the game, despite of this kind of a drop down. Near, I think. So I would say, I would, of course, add a red line. And we have been, we called out near for last 2-3 weeks, if you remember, that it is weak and we should get out probably. I mean, we should remove it. But because there was consolidation, we kept that coin. So I would give this red line, and if the week ends below this, then we have to exclude this, remove this, because it doesn't make sense. This dotted line was from this support level, which was not broken above, right? This path was after it breaks above, which didn't happen. Right. So now, yeah, it has to return back to this level to be in the game. But to be in the list, it has to close about this. Okay, I would not be very strict. Let's say I would give little tolerance at this recent low. But below this, it goes, then doesn't make sense. Okay, RNTR is still one of the strongest despite a 14% correction. It has re-entered the box again, but this trend line, which is very local, not even general, is still, so we can say everything is delayed. The overall pattern is not broken to me, not yet. It has re-entered, which is bad. But if this is broken 1.62, then we can say, oh, now it may form a head kind of a structure for the head and shoulder. Then that would be bad. This is not forming that structure at this moment. But we have to be watchful that it doesn't break a 1.6. For now, it's okay. Sandcoin, I would do the same thing like what I did for the near coin. I would give a chance over here, but not below this. And again, this line was above this support, which was not, we can say this was a false breakout. So it couldn't continue, to be honest. This was a false breakout. But yeah, this whole entire breakdown is a forced one because, as I said, this is like panic selling, a sell-off. But doesn't matter what is the reason. I have to draw a line which makes sense. So this is the red line now. And remember, green line was never broken above. This is very important to know that in all the coins that you see, the green line were required to be broken, which were not. So important that it didn't meet the requirement for new high. You have to, so I had to remind that. The green line was added for a reason, indicating that what is required level for it to go up. So if one ignores that line totally and put a lot of money into altcoin, then it's a personal decision, right? From my job is to indicate what level is required for getting the higher level, what level to be maintained to avoid further crash and so on, right? From analysis point of view. So yeah, so that's how it is. SOL broke the S1 again, but it's not a threat yet. So I would say this pattern probably is complete with this drop, to be honest, with this line. So I would add a support line, not a red line. Red line cannot be here. Below this one, slightly. So this is still a support. Should note this confusing. So this pattern is not broken, where I would say this is a left wing, this is right wing, and this is the bottom of the right wing. And of course, that if this is broken, that would be bad, really bad, because then the whole pattern would change, and then it could go all the way to $8 if this is broken. Right now, it's okay. Okay, so that's the basically I highlighted the key levels again, and everything is under pressure in summary. However, some of the coins started bouncing off the lows, which is positive. So all the in general, we can say today's low can be the reference point, right? And especially for some coins, I have marked with red, right? Those are critical ones. Yeah. Otherwise, still, it's miserable. But no coin has broken trend except two which are on edge. So that's the summary. So I think I wouldn't panic or I wouldn't worry at this stage unless it goes down further coming days or coming hours. Right? And if that happens, we'll see. You can always ask me and then I can update. If you need support for any of these 15 coins, I'll post it for you. But I already explained on this one, but later on, I will always post. As long as the coins are in the list, I am happy to provide you support. So feel free to ask me. Okay. I hope this is clear, but if anything is not clear, ask me, because then only I'll understand. Another, before I close this session, I would say, try to see how the emotions are doing. Try to see the risk management is there. Try to see if the planning is in place, basically. Nothing is being traded on based on emotions. Risk assessment is required. So if the planning was not done earlier, this is the time to plan and see what is my tolerance level. Okay. And yeah, and feel free to ask me any question. I'll try to answer if it is possible in the scope of this service. So I'll end this recording here and open questions.